Alright, let's look at the practice exam 2, problem number 11. Right, so we have this first order equation. Right, first thing is I'm going to rearrange it a little bit. Right, so here. Right, first I'm going to subtract y from both sides. So we have x y prime minus y and is equal to 4x squared sine of x. Right? Then I'm going to divide through by x, so that the coefficient of y prime is going to be 1. So it's a y prime minus 1 over x y is equal to 4x sine of x. Alright, then you can see that we can let this guy to be p of x. Right, then the whole right hand side to be q of x. Right, so let's find the integrating factor. So I is equal to e to the integral of p of x, so which is negative 1 over x dx. So this is going to be, let's see, you have a e to the negative sign. Antiderivative of 1 over x is natural log of absolute value of x, but you don't have to put the absolute value. Right? And one thing we can do is we can put this negative sign up here. So raise it to the negative 1 power. So this is going to be e to the natural log of x to the negative 1. Right? Then since we are composing exponential function and the natural log function, they are inverses of each other, so they cancel each other out. So integrating factor is x to the negative 1. Alright, so once you've done that, the solution y can be written as, right, remember that the y is simply 1 over I integral of q times I with respect to x. Alright, so reciprocal of integrating factor. So it's x to the negative 1 is 1 over x. If you take the reciprocal of that, you're just going to get x. Right? Then you have an integral. Then you have a 4x sine of x. So I'm going to put this, so this is q. 4x sine of x. Then you multiply by I. I is x to the negative 1 power dx. Alright, so we can cancel this. Here's x, and the x to the negative 1 is 1 over x, so you can cancel those out. Alright, then evaluate finding the antiderivative we get. Alright, so 4 sine of x, antiderivative is negative 4 cosine of x. So we put plus some constant c. Right? Right, so this is the best we can do just from that equation. But we have this initial value condition. Y of pi is equal to 0. So I'm going to just plug in pi into what we got here. So this is going to be equal to, so plug in pi. And here, cosine of pi is negative 1. So negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4. And plus some constant c. And this is supposed to be equal to 0. Right? From here, we're going to find c. So first, I'm going to divide through by pi. So you get 4 plus c is still going to be equal to 0. Then we can subtract 4 from both sides so that the c is going to be equal to -4. Alright, so therefore, the solution is going to be y is equal to, right, x times -4 cosine of x, and then you have a -4, right? And if you want, seems like a -4 is in common, you can pull out the -4. Then you have a cosine of x plus 1, right? So that is the solution that we are looking for. All right. Oops, sorry. Let's see. Here. So this is a solution. All right. That's it. I hope that this was clear.